straight line wind snapped this tree, these branches, falling down onto this small car. Doctors at the Georgia Department of Health told me that December was a very high month for flu cases and the season is still not over. The most important evidence police obtained was a cell phone video taken by a suspecting neighbor which captured the burglar's face. Cityhood movement is sweeping through DeKalb County in places like Dunwoody and the more recent Brookhaven, and now there is a new proposal for a city of Briarcliff, and on top of that, Lakeside, and they're both fighting over the same general area for their city. The victim came to her car getting ready to go to the gym when two men came to her asking her a question before jumping her and taking her belongings. A veteran and his wife had their home of 10 years foreclosed from under their feet. They had a note posted on their front door that their home was sold. Rain is pouring down on us. You can see it cascading down this parking lot, but the biggest concern is behind me. Could there be black ice tomorrow? The two are currently held here at the DeKalb County Jail. They are 28-year-old Christopher Shepard, charged with 1 count of murder, and 44-year-old Constance Mason, charged with false statement and writing. You can see in this new video of Shepard being taken into jail. The victim, 23-year-old Alpha Omar Diallo's body was found at the Georgia Perimeter College Clarkston campus. Autopsy revealed Diallo's death was caused by strangulation and blunt force injury to the head. Diallo's funeral was yesterday. His family is said to be distraught and does not understand why this happened.
You know, he has never told us that he got enemies.
Police are currently investigating a motive, and Shepard and Mason's bond hearing is tomorrow at 10 a.m. and we'll bring that for you tomorrow, as well as any new updates throughout the day today. At the DeKalb County Jail, Michael Lee, Channel 2 Action News. The city will begin to fix starting next year, but residents say that is not the answer to their problems. Here in Dunwoody, the intersection between Vermac and Womack roads is busy and dangerous.
We've been walking along the sidewalk and we've had to jump out of the way of cars that nearly want to go up in the sidewalk trying to avoid an accident.
The concern, pedestrian safety. Last year, the city studied the roads to reduce traffic and prevent more accidents like this one that occurred Thursday morning near Dunwoody High School. The solution, a roundabout to replace this stoplight system.
It would greatly improve the traffic flow, relieve the congestion, reduce the delay time at the intersection.
This $1 million plan is what has residents concerned that the main problem will not be addressed.
It's really for traffic. That was their main point, and they just overlooked the pedestrians.
There's definitely a concern out there about pedestrian safety, but there's no real evidence or studies that show that pedestrians are less safe in roundabouts.
And Dunwoody leaders say they are still developing the plan and would work with residents to enhance pedestrian safety. The nationwide flu epidemic is affecting 47 states, and doctors say people are having a hard time getting rid of it. The flu season usually starts in late January after the holidays, but already 21,000 people are infected. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention here in Atlanta, Georgia is among the hardest hit states. Doctors at the Georgia Department of Health told me that December was a very high month for flu cases, and the season is still not over.
There's still a lot of this season that's before us. I'm not at all convinced that we've seen the peak yet.
The Director of Health Prevention, Dr. Patrick O'Neill, said that just last week, 59 people were hospitalized because of the influenza. Dr. Jennifer Hsu of Children's Medical Group also says this season she's seen an influx of children battling the flu and is especially tough. Nationwide, 18 children have died from the virus.
I've been seeing fevers as high as 106 in some kids and a cough that lasts for a long time, a week or even 2 or 3 weeks.
CDC officials also said that nearly 130 million doses of vaccine were distributed this year across the country. That's why doctors say it is not too late to get a flu shot. In fact, they highly recommend it.
It's not too late, so definitely call us and make an appointment, or call your doctor and make an appointment.
In Atlanta, Michael Lee, Channel 2 Action News. Jeff Waringa is celebrating his 30th Christmas since his procedure, and he showed us the many obstacles he overcame. In the early 1980s, as a Georgia Tech grad student, Jeff Waringa was in his 20s when he felt run down. When he started coughing up blood, he saw a doctor for the news that would change his life.
He said, "You have an enlarged heart with a left ventricle gallop. This is not good."
Doctors diagnosed him with cardiomyopathy and needed a new heart. He was afraid he was going to die.
Prayed the rest of the night. Thank God what was about to happen.
He believes his prayers were answered when doctors at the University of Pittsburgh found him a heart, and now, more than 30 years later, Waranga is 56 and is one of the world's longest surviving heart transplant recipients. His colleagues call him an inspiration.
He is one incredible person.
He's just never fazed by challenges and difficult circumstances.
He's dealt with lupus, pneumonia, skin cancer, kidney failure, even a lung tumor, but still manages to work full-time as an architect, working on projects including the Mall of Georgia and the Music City Center in Nashville. He relies heavily on his faith and is thankful for every day he's alive.
Trust God. You can't live by any better words.
Waranga receives kidney dialysis treatments 3 times a week, but he's not letting that stop him as he still works full-time and also hopes to travel when he can. Reporting in the newsroom, Michael Lee, Channel 2 Action News.
Live, local, late breaking. This is Channel 2 Action News at 6 p.m. Coverage you can count on.
Honestly, my only thought was pretty much, yes.
2 days after the storms, people are thankful their power is back on and they don't have to sit in a hot house anymore. Good evening, I'm Michael Lee. Power crews almost have the power back on for everyone. Here is the latest. Georgia Power said it has just 1,000 customers still in the dark, and COP EMC has only 500 left to get back on. Sandy Springs is still working to reopen roads, but they have made big progress today. Channel 2's Liz Arts begins our Team 2 coverage in Cobb County, where residents are still waiting for their lights to turn back on. We have new developments on a man paralyzed while saving a girl from drowning. Mike Patterson's family said today that he is heavily sedated in a Rome hospital with pneumonia. His sister said he had surgery yesterday to get a tracheotomy to help him breathe. We reported that Patterson saved a 4-year-old girl last weekend in a Polk County creek. New at 6, we have surveillance photos of a bank robbery suspect police are looking for in Cobb County. This photo shows the suspect following a bank employee into a BB&T bank in Austell this morning. The suspect is a man in a baseball cap and long sleeve shirt. The bank is on Trey Moore Parkway. The man got away and no one was hurt.